What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Nick with Leverage Media, and today I want to talk to you about the 3 red flags you got to watch out for when you are hiring an internet marketing agency, and I use agency in quotes, air quotes. So I am here in front of what was Donald Draper's bachelor pad. We're here near Washington Square. You can see that right. It's right by NYU. And the reason why I'm here in front of his bachelor pad apartment for this video is because if any of you have ever watched Mad Men, especially single Don Draper, there were a lot of red flags popping up for these ladies that they were not paying attention to. The guy was like self-destructive. He was an alcoholic. He had a personality disorder, but they just kept lining up. And so there was a lot of action that happened in this apartment here. So when you are hiring a marketing agency, there's a couple things that I recommend you look out for. So first off, and most foremost, is the when they have the exact same strategy for every single client, I think that's probably the biggest red flag. So almost all of them exclusively will try to get you to do as low of a first visit as possible. They'll run Facebook ads to as many people in your area as they can, and hopefully that you get enough leads to keep them around. The problem is if that doesn't work, they don't really have any other strategy. There's no fallback, there's no alternative. It's pretty much that's it. And if after 3 or 4 or 6 months or 12 months it stops working, then it's just you move on to the next one. So if all they ever do is just run as low, I'm sure all of you guys have seen this, the $21 first visit offer aggravates a lot of doctors out there. And it seems like it's kind of a race to the bottom. And the reason why, why this happened all of a sudden, just out of the blue, is because there's all these courses out there that teach people that are kind of, adrift in their life, or they don't really have like a great idea for their career or like a business. And so it's kind of a plug and play business basically, and all you need is a laptop and an internet connection and you're good to go. So what it is they teach people how to do local ads on Facebook, and one of the businesses that get recommended to reach out to are chiropractors. And the reason why is because we're all chiropractors and we all went to chiropractic school, and it's easy to find us on Facebook, so that's why you get so many friend requests from marketing agencies. So the reason why there are so many of those is because there were courses that allowed people to just easily run these ads, and for a while they worked, and over time there's been more and more and more companies that have been running, not just chiropractors, but all these other local businesses basically have the exact same type of ad, and people are becoming ad blind to it. They're not showing up. Like if you ever look at people that post their results, like agencies that post their results, usually they'll get, say they get 100 leads, they might get 20 of them to show up and 10 of them to sign up, which is, probably about a fair number for, Facebook ads. And it's just because people are, opting. It's almost becoming like a Groupon, where it's like they opt in, they just clip the coupon just for the sake of clipping the coupon. So anyway, red flag number 1, if they do the exact same thing for every single client, that's a real problem. Even if it's a different offer, like it's not that hard to make a different offer. Like if doing a $21 new patient special versus a $39 massage special, that's still the same thing. It's just basically a different offer for a different office. So I'm talking about a different strategy, different ideas, different technologies that allow people to be successful. So that's number 1. Number 2 is if they are trying to do one fee where their agency fee and their ad spend is all together. So the reason why this is a problem for you is because, and the reason why they do this is because sometimes it's difficult to sell somebody on an agency fee. Like say it's $1,500 a month. It's hard to sell someone on an agency fee for $1,500, and they say, okay, that sounds good. And then they're like, all right, and then you have to spend $1,000 on top of it to show people the ad. And so that ends up being $2,500. So a lot of times you can get the yes on the agency fee, but then when they start to do the math on the ad spend as well, that's when they tend to back out. So, we struggle with this sometimes just because people will, hear the agency fee and they'll be all in, but they don't realize that doesn't include the ad spend, because we have to give Google and Facebook the money to show people the ads. So the reason why they do this is because, number one, it's easier to sell to someone when you just give them one price. You don't have to say it's this price and then also we're going to spend this much on top of it. But the reason why that's bad for you is, let's say it was $2,500 for the all-in price. What they're going to do is they are going to try to find an amount of leads that you're able to be happy with, you're able to be profitable with. So let's say that's 40, all right? Now let's say that they can get those leads to you for $400. Now they've kind of earmarked $1,000 for your ad spend. Let's say their bottom dollar is that they want to get $1,500 a month from the agency fee. And so that means there's a $1,000 possible budget for the ad spend. Well, if they can get you those 40 leads for $400, they're just going to they're going to throttle those ads back so that they get to keep that $600 difference. So instead of making $1,500 that month, they make $2,100. Some of the reasons I've heard for this is, well, they can't handle all the leads anyway, or I don't want to spoil them, is what I've actually heard more of. So if one month they get you 100 leads and then the next month they get you 40 leads, you're going to think that 40 lead month was a bad month because you're comparing it to 100. And that's just kind of like the nature of Facebook. Like, some months are great, some months are not great. So you want to make sure that when you're paying an agency, you're paying an agency fee, and then you're getting full transparency into what they're spending on whatever advertising it is that you're doing. So just be very leery of that. And then the third red flag is that they're spending all of your money on conversion-based ads. So bottom of the funnel, no content. All it is just offer ads, offer ads, offer ads. So if you're doing that, it'll usually work for a little while. You'll find the low-hanging fruit, especially in the beginning, maybe the first 1 to 3 months. But after that, it starts to get less and less effective. Not only does it become less effective, but it also can start to create negative brand equity in your community. So if they're spending no money, if they have no strategy for content, I would run the other way. It is not that difficult to run a local Facebook ad on your own. Like, if that's all you want to do, you could watch some YouTube videos and figure that out. It's really not that difficult for a local Facebook ad. For content marketing and for retargeting and all these things, like where it's complex and it needs to work together, I think that's what you really need an agency for. And that's what we do. We specialize in content marketing. We're really the only content marketing agency for chiropractors out there. But the reason why I can sleep well at night and feel good about what we charge is because what we do is really complicated. What we do is difficult. It takes time. It takes expertise. What they are doing, where they're running a Facebook ad for you, it just doesn't really take that much skill to do. Now, maybe you can't get to 100% as effective as they are because they do it all day long. But if you could get to 70% and save yourself the $1,000 or $1,500, you're probably doing all right. So content is so important, not only just for your brand, but also for your account, for your Facebook account. It's gonna show it to, your account will get shown to more people because more people are engaging versus just showing them bottom of the funnel conversion ads all the time. So those are a couple of red flags to look out for. Don't be the young NYU college kids that probably fell for Don Draper's suaveness back in 1963 or whenever it was that he was single. So watch out for those marketing agencies that are just trying to take your money. Talk to you soon.